In this video we are going to study 5 ways to use the verb quedar. Quedar, a small verb with multiple meanings that could cause you a few problems if you don't know how to use it correctly. It could be tricky because it could be used in so many different ways. It could be used as a reflexive verb, as a normal verb, or as a verb like gustar. In this video though, we are going to use it as a normal verb, and I will also give you a few examples as a verb like gustar. Vamos a empezar. In order to better understand the verb quedar, I will use this potato here, because in Spanish, verbs represent an action like here. These guys are performing an action. In this case, we have jugar, the verb jugar. This potato is performing the action of quedar. This guy here is performing the action of cocinar, cocinar. The potato here is performing the action of quedar, as it is here, like that, just like that. The potato, what the potato is doing is the verb quedar. This person here is performing the action comer. She's performing the verb comer. And here the potato is performing the verb quedar. So, the verb quedar could mean to stay, to remain, to be, but it actually doesn't have a literal translation because it will depend on the context. Here, we are talking about a verb that's a non-action verb. It's a non-action verb because yes, in Spanish verbs represent an action, but we also have non-action verbs. And the non-action verbs will need help. Here, to stay what? So the potato is performing the action to stay. But to stay what? To remain what? To be what? When? Where? Etc. etc. These non-action verbs will need help, and we will see that it's going to be the case for the verb quedar. The verb quedar could or could not have a literal translation. The word quedar, just as a single word, could have a translation. It could mean to remain, to stay, to be, etc. But once we conjugate that verb and we put it within a context, in a sentence, the translation will change. It won't have a literal translation. So let's start with the first meaning of quedar. We will use quedar as to remain. To remain. Número 1. Si compro 5 papas y me como 2, ¿cuántas papas quedan? Si compro 5 papas y me como 2, ¿cuántas papas quedan? These potatoes here are performing the action quedar. ¿Cuántas papas quedan? The answer will be, quedan 3 papas. Let's take a look at another example here. Número 5. ¿Te quedan papas en la bolsa? ¿Te quedan papas? ¿Te quedan papas en la bolsa? Número 6. No, no me quedan papas en la bolsa. No me quedan papas en la bolsa. Número 7. ¿Cuántas papas quedan en la bolsa? ¿Cuántas papas quedan en la bolsa? Número 8. Quedan muchas papas en la bolsa. Quedan muchas papas en la bolsa. Can you guess the meaning of these sentences here? What they mean in English? If so, feel free to leave your answers in the comments below. I'll be happy to take a look at that and let you know my feedback. If you're a student of the Spanish Learning Club, you know where to find your homework. Let's take a look at another example here. Número 9. This time we are going to use the verb quedar as to be located. We will use the verb quedar to indicate location. Número 9. ¿Dónde queda la tienda de papas? ¿Dónde queda la tienda de papas? In this case, I am using the verb quedar to indicate location. I could also say, ¿dónde está? ¿Dónde está? Oh, sorry for my handwriting here. ¿Dónde está? This means está. ¿Dónde está la tienda de papas? ¿Dónde queda la tienda de papas? The same thing as ¿dónde está la tienda de papas? Número 10. La tienda de papas queda en el centro de la ciudad. La tienda de papas queda en el centro de la ciudad. Here I could use the verb estar. Like I said, we use the verb quedar to indicate location, just like the verb estar. So I could say, la tienda de papas está en el centro de la ciudad. La tienda de papas está en el centro de la ciudad. La tienda de papas queda en el centro de la ciudad. Número 11. La tienda de papas queda a 2 cuadras de mi casa. La tienda de papas queda a 2 cuadras de mi casa. La tienda de papas está a 2 cuadras de mi casa. What do you think I'm saying here in number 11? Let me know in the comments below. Número 12. ¿Dónde queda Idaho? ¿Dónde queda Idaho? Well, Idaho queda al noroeste de Estados Unidos. Idaho queda al noroeste de Estados Unidos. And you can probably guess why I picked Idaho here. Now we are going to use the verb quedar as to agree on something, agree on an agreement. Okay? But we are not going to use quedar as to agree with somebody because that's going to be estar de acuerdo. We are not going to use quedar to refer as agreeing with somebody. We will use quedar to express that we agree on something, an agreement, something like this, to agree on an agreement. For example, número 14. Llamé por teléfono a mis amigos y quedamos en jugar fútbol este fin de semana. Llamé por teléfono a mis amigos y quedamos en jugar fútbol este fin de semana. Número 15. Yo quedé con Carlos en comprar la comida para la fiesta. Yo quedé con Carlos en comprar la comida para la fiesta. Quedé. This time I'm using quedar in the past tense. Número 16. Ayer conversaste con Carlos. ¿En qué quedaron? Ayer conversaste con Carlos. ¿En qué quedaron? Let me know what you think the meaning of this sentence is in the comments below. Okay? Número 17. Quedamos en invertir en nuevos negocios. Quedamos en invertir en nuevos negocios. Now we are going to study the verb quedar as to fit or to suit. In this case, the verb quedar is going to work as a verb like gustar. One more time. If you're wondering what's a verb like gustar, our methodology teaches that we have 3 types of verbs in Spanish. One type of verb is going to be verbs like gustar. If you would like to know what verbs like gustar are, I am going to link a video here on the other corner, on this side. Yes. Número 18. Estos zapatos me quedan muy bien. Estos zapatos me quedan. Me gustan. Estos zapatos me quedan. Verb like gustar. Do you see it? Estos zapatos me quedan muy bien. Número 19. Estos zapatos me quedan muy grandes. Estos zapatos me quedan muy grandes. Número 20. La corbata roja te queda muy bien. La corbata roja te queda muy bien. And finally, we have quedar as to end up, the result of an event. Okay, number 21. Mi mamá quedó sorprendida cuando ganó la lotería. Mi mamá quedó sorprendida. Mi mamá quedó sorprendida. Adjective. Cuando ganó la lotería. The event here. Cuando ganó la lotería. Mi mamá quedó sorprendida cuando ganó la lotería. What do you think we are saying here in Spanish? Número 22. Mi equipo perdió y yo quedé muy triste al final del juego. Mi equipo perdió y yo quedé. Quedar in the past tense. Yo quedé muy triste al final del juego. Número 23. Me quedó pendiente mucho trabajo. Me quedó pendiente mucho trabajo. This expression here, me quedó pendiente, is very popular. Me quedó pendiente mucho trabajo. What do you think it means? Número 24. El verbo quedarse va a quedar pendiente para el próximo video. El verbo quedarse va a quedar pendiente para el próximo video. As you can see, quedar could be a very complex verb, especially because it works as a normal verb, as a verb like gustar, and also as a reflexive verb. So I will make another video about quedar as a reflexive verb, quedarse. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you are seriously trying to learn Spanish, join our private Facebook group where we are constantly sharing facts and tips that will help you learn Spanish faster. You can interact with Spanish learners from all over the world, and it's super fun. The link is in the description below. Thank you very much for watching again. Yo soy Giancarlo y yo apruebo este mensaje. Nos vemos en el próximo video. Chao.